A sadistic girl steps into a shape-shifting boy and controls his body from the inside. This story revolves around a boy who can transform into a supernatural bear costume. And inside that costume forcefully enters a young woman who, for the sake of finding her sister, fights monsters and all kinds of nightmare fuel. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be recapping a supernatural thriller series named Gleipnir. Adapted in 2020, this roller coaster of a show is something that'll always keep you on your feet, waiting anxiously for the next action-packed fight. Always keeping it exciting with its never-ending plot twists. As always, a spoiler alert is in effect. So without any further delay, let's begin the story. The anime starts with a glitching screen giving us a POV camera view. As a shadowy figure puts a golden coin in a vending machine, a young man comes and asks whether the coin is hers, and the scene ends. We get introduced to Shuichi Kagaya, a normal-looking high school student, but he has a secret he hides from everyone. He hides the fact that he can transform into a humongous, hairy, stuffed dog. One night, his animal instincts kick in as he smells a fire out in the forest. Upon reaching the forest, he finds an unconscious girl named Claire Aoki. He saves the damsel in distress, but drops his phone while leaving. The next day, Claire confronts Shuichi at school, revealing that she knows about his condition. When Shuichi denies her claim, she coldly pushes him off the school roof. Obviously, Shuichi transforms into the bear moments before his impact on the ground. Claire shows him a golden coin which is in some way connected to these monsters and takes him home for some explanations. While at her place, they suddenly get ambushed by another girl who identifies them as gathers and when caught, transforms into a monster as well. One day ago, Hikawa, the girl that infiltrated the apartment, found one of the golden coins and inserted it in the vending machine. A man suddenly appeared out of thin air to grant any one wish of hers, to which she wished for strong, fast legs. And so her flawed limbs were turned into monstrous ones. We are brought back into Claire's apartment where Hikawa turns into a monster to get her hands on the coin and kill them both. Claire pepper sprays her eyes and demands Shuichi to kill her, but instead he picks up Claire and makes her run for it. While in hiding, Claire discovers a zipper behind Shuichi's monster form and decides to enter the costume and become one with him. Thus their emotions and minds join together. Hikawa finds them and they get into a fiery battle where Claire takes control of Shuichi and manages to beat Hikawa and crush her legs, along with her dreams. When Hikawa refuses to provide any information regarding the coins, Claire kills her by using the monster's gun. Claire later opens up about her mission to find her sister Elena, who also turned into a monster and killed their parents. We are taken back a year where Elena is seen making a wish to the man who is actually an alien. Claire gets inside Shuichi again to track down Elena by her scent. After smelling the uniform, they are hit with a demonic sensation that Elena not only killed her parents, but many others as well. Claire suspects Elena to be helped by someone, and so tracks her down to her school, where they finally find her. Devoid of any emotions for her sister, Claire tries to shoot her but fails. They are then frozen in fear when Elena transforms into a monster and wraps them with her evil aura, but transforms back in a matter of seconds, apologizing for her behavior. Confused by her sudden change of behavior, Shuichi tries to talk to her, but instead Claire's voice is heard. This somehow enrages Elena, who shouts, "Only she belongs inside him," before ripping his head apart. The remorseful Elena apologizes to Shuichi for what she has done. A furious Claire tries to kill her, but the bullets seem to have no effect on her. Elena then reveals that she was sick of her parents being terrible people and killed them for her sake. Before leaving, she gives Claire another coin, telling her to make better use of it. Claire rushes Shuichi to the vending machine, where they meet the man who restores Shuichi's head in exchange for the coin. He then reveals that he is actually a shape-shifting alien whose ship crashed on Earth and all his fellow aliens were scattered in the form of living data stored inside the coins. To return home, he must now gather all the coins, and in exchange grant its holders whatever they desire. They return to school where Shuichi develops godly powers, becoming a very different person. They then plan to head to the mountains in search of the coins. While trying to find the coins, Shuichi smells the presence of a very strong monster, and by Claire's plan, they try to convince him to join their team. Sanbei, the ninja-like monster, says that he has no plans to collect coins, as he already has gained all the strength he desires and now wants to reach his full potential by battling other monsters. He attacks them using his perfected martial arts technique, but they escape and manage to overpower him. With a gun pointed at his head, Sanbei transforms back into his human form and becomes their ally. Another monster appears, having taken pictures of their human faces so they don't escape, and demands them to become his slaves. This being child's play for Sanbei, he slices the monster in half. Claire takes his phone, and according to the picture he took, she realizes who her next target is going to be. Claire uses the dead monster's phone to contact the people he had blackmailed and asks them to join their group. They insist on seeing her human form, to which Claire only reveals herself and not Shuichi to keep his identity safe. Their leader, Koyanagi, claims to know Elena and only promises to give out the information once they have a pact made. Claire agrees to the pact and has a hair necklace tied around her neck made from Koyanagi's hair. If she breaks their pact, the necklace will cut her head off. Chihiro gets close and personal with Shuichi and asks him to help her find her wallet, which she lost in the mountains. While looking for the wallet, Chihiro suggests entering Shuichi to make him not lose her scent and make it easier for him to find her wallet. Another group member, Ikuchi, observes the whole scenario, witnessing Chihiro get naked and enter Shuichi's body. Looks like someone's getting jealous. Shuichi picks up on Subaru's scent and tracks him down, but for some reason Subaru is pissed and summons a giant monster with 2 heads, whom he calls his parents. Subaru crushes them between his palms and throws them away. Broken and angry at their weakness, Shuichi and Chihiro fuse their bodies together into a single monster and unleash their anger on Subaru. They get past his defenses and almost shoot him with the twin pistols, but Elena stops the fight at the last moment. Shuichi desperately wants to end Elena, but Chihiro gains access to a figment of his memory where he was once very close to Elena and stops Shuichi. Claire, with the help of a group member, finds the unconscious body of Shuichi and Chihiro. Shuichi dreams about attending cram school as a young boy, but for some reason can't remember the friends he made there. He wakes up to the frightened voice of Claire, but doesn't remember anything about what happened after they got crushed by Subaru. Claire, who is still very angry and jealous of Chihiro getting inside him, suspects her of what happened. When Claire confronts Chihiro and demands to know the truth, she instead says that Shuichi and Claire are different and cannot be one. Chihiro calls Elena to ask her about Shuichi's real ability, but she only explains that it increases the abilities of 2 people if they have the same goal. Elena is infuriated when she finds out that Chihiro has access to Shuichi's memories that she thought she had erased. Next day, the team map out the locations of the coins to get to the spaceship. Going through the forest, the group comes across a strange mark on a rock, warning of not crossing the area ahead. So to avoid enemy territory, Koyanagi leads them around the mountains. When they reach the river, Claire realizes that it's too late and that it was all a trap, and they get ambushed by a giant centipede named Morita. Morita gets his dirty hands on Koyanagi, squeezing her breast to enrage her group members, telling them that they have no plans to rule the world and only wish to have fun finding the coins. Yoda comes to the rescue by showcasing his amazing strength as he snaps Morita's hands in 2. Madoka, the leader of Morita, infuriated by the state of his member, promises revenge and chases down the group and punches Iseo and Yoda. Madoka, with his huge monster figure, intimidates the group and even makes them an offer of finding 100 coins in exchange for anything they desire. But first, he will kill one of them as revenge for what they did to Morita. Claire, knowing fully well that Madoka isn't to be trusted because of his greed for power, thinks of an escape plan. She tells Iseo to plant Nurium shrubs, which after burning release poisonous smoke. Claire tries to send Shuichi away, but he sticks with her, telling her they are together in this. Confidence erupting through her, they burn the flowers and escape with their group. The smoke kills off Madoka's teammates as he helplessly tries to save them. Claire finally understands why Elena gave her the coin. The blood of millions were on her hands, and she desperately wanted to be saved from herself. The bloody massacre takes a huge toll on the group, who weren't really used to killing the way Claire and Shuichi had. Claire expresses her desire to kill the monsters before they attack first, with Shuichi backing her on it. He confronts the alien to know about his faded memories. The alien doesn't answer but offers to make him human again if he wished to quit, but Shuichi declines, swearing to find all the coins and bring peace. Taguchi, one of the survivors of Madoka's group, follows Shuichi to avenge his dead teammates. He tries to take the upper hand, but Shuichi easily kills him. Back at the vending machine, the alien reminisces about how Hinoka was the girl that found the coin, and how she brought all her friends to help find the coins for him. Elena's group learns that there's someone very powerful guarding the alien ship, and it turns out to be Elena's friend Naoto. Everything starts to unfold here, showing us Naoto's backstory, where Shuichi, Elena, Naoto, Hinoka, Aiko, and Keito were all together in cram school. While growing up, Naoto dated Aiko and Shuichi was with Elena. Keito, however, had his eyes for Hinoka, but for some reason she vanished. Keito found the behavior of Aiko different, and after following her, met the alien who revealed that he transformed Hinoka into an Aiko lookalike. Assuming that Hinoka actually killed Aiko, Keito takes revenge by killing her. Sadly, Keito later learns that Aiko had committed suicide and Hinoka had asked to be transformed into her. Overcome with guilt at needlessly killing his childhood friend, Keito gave a coin to the alien in exchange for something. In present day, as Claire is investigating Shuichi's cram school, she finds a stuffed toy resembling him. The pieces of the puzzle finally come together as we head into the 13th and final episode of Gleipnir. Shuichi, now a completely different person, seemingly due to his determination to get the job done, requests the group to hand over the coins for their safety. Claire visits Shuichi's house and finds him in a dilapidated condition, clearly the work of Elena and her spell on him, making him forget the death of his parents. Elena still feels Shuichi will discover the truth, which will end the world. Shuichi finds Elena taking the coins from Chihiro under the bridge. But things take a drastic turn when Claire shows the doll to Shuichi, who in a matter of seconds regains his memories of the past and becomes one with Claire. They go head-to-head with Elena, now a better match since Shuichi has now regained his memories and is coming close to unlocking his ultimate ability. That is when a girl appears and asks Shuichi who she is. He almost calls her Hinoka, but Elena screams and tells him that it's not her, erasing his memories once again. The truth is finally revealed. Keito kept all the coins and used the girl to prevent anyone from finding the ship, and Shuichi's memories were erased again by Elena to save him from being targeted. Despite being an amnesiac, Shuichi swears to end the game and heads to the mountain with Claire and Sambe.